Hello, everybody. Hello. We could do some AC1 races as well. Hello. I do want to test some stuff out. Murgies. How's it going? We've got a bunch of stuff to test out. Feel the wheel. Yeah, I think I've broken my wheel. It feels fine, but when I'm doing like crazy stuff, it's making this like clicking. Like, it's super weird. Skyward, hello. What's going on here? If I broke my headphone? No, I need to fasten this down. Saturday night despair. Yeah, we'll start off with a bit of AC. I want to test some stuff out.
The pace car is out of control.
And then... Do I have playlists? No. Was it night and day? In a good way or a bad way? Oh, the sound's not playing, Thomas. Why is that not working? That's weird. Oh, delayed. Why is OBS not loading? What's going on here? Oh, there we go. It is loading now. That's weird. Maybe I need to. Maybe I'll update OBS. Double ear protection. I'm gonna have some ibuprofen for my back. Oh, did I put it in my pocket? Ibuprofen, man. Got a cup of tea as well. Ah. Oh, there we go. Yeah, we can try some AC Evo, and then yeah, there's a bunch of stuff I want to try. Let's get this running first. Hello, Patrick. Skywalk, you've played Evo, right?
Activating profile Assetto Corsa
Oh no,
EVO.
my seat! We don't, no seat for now. Oh no. Turn the seat off. Yeah, right. I was thinking, mega controversial video. We can make a video called Project Motor Racing has better better physics and force feedback than Evo, which it does with some cars, right? We get absolutely slaughtered for it, but it's the truth. Like, it's the absolute truth. Both Evo and PMR, I think, are unrealistic in different ways, but absolutely the way that you drive the cars in PMR with the force feedback set up correctly, the way that you drive with the throttle, the steering, what you do as a driver, absolutely is more realistic, I'd say. Like, you're not getting this random snapping behaviour. Like, sure, there's stuff you can do in PMR that's mental, but that video would get us murdered because the narrative is being set online. What's this? I think the issue is you're a top 5% sim racer with a ton of experience and are more in tune with aspects of force feedback than someone in the bottom 95. I'm not on the limit driver, so Evo feels good. Yeah, no, I think Evo feels all right if you're under driving. Yeah. Yeah, the Skyward, the snap. As soon as you get to the limit, it just snaps and then goes into Willy Wonka land. It's so weird, right? It's so weird how selective people are on what they're critical about. This is something you really notice. Kappa, yeah. Well, I want to test something out in this live stream as well with AC1 and the front end feel in AC1, because there's a script that turns it off. Saying people who say you don't feel it are ignorant. Not. I don't know what you mean. I can't understand what you're saying. ACR has a bit of a disconnected feel on the tarmac and some weird stuff. Road cars are better than AC1. I don't think they are. It's just that road cars hide the physics and are more sloppy. So in what way would you describe them as better than AC1? There's not enough tip winkling. What was I gonna do? Oh yeah, someone said that they wanted me to test the BMW. So let's do that and see if that's got. Hello, Jack. The old BMW. Was it the E30? I think that was it. There's someone saying to test this. English is my third language. Well, English is my first, but I don't understand it. So it's not you, it's me. I'm dumb. Look at the interior. Look at that upholstery. Nice pattern. It's like the London Underground. Nice car. Right. Let's see. Let's give this car a test. A nice reflection off the bonnet. Oh, so weight transfer and suspension feels better, but can that just be force feedback though? and maybe more force feedback for suspension. But is that a better thing for actually driving from? Get my Moses software open. Surely as well, right? Surely, don't call me Shirley. Surely, shouldn't a new game not just be like slightly good or like as good as really? We have all filters off. My vampire hands. I haven't banned anyone. This car has the same physics issue. You have to turn the wheel. You have to turn the wheel. You have to counter steer for longer than you should to come out of the slide. The car's ignoring the steering. It's immediately noticeable. Like, so under the limit, you're like, oh, that's nice. That's nice. Under the limit, it's all nice. I just don't have my H. I don't have the clutch set up. We do have a H pattern, but. It doesn't respond to the counter steer. You're waiting out the passenger slide, and then it's delayed left and right. How is it that people are not noticing that? Immediately that makes this worse to drive than AC1 by a long shot. If you're under the limit, if you're driving under the limit, you wouldn't notice. Because you'll be like, oh, feeling all this stuff going on. Oh. You have to then count. You have to then turn more when it's in slip. And then the point. The
pace car is out of control.
When it comes out of the slip, it's not actually lined up with the force feedback. So. Hello, hi Gearhead. I'm pretty certain now what it is. People that drive under the limit are getting overly absorbed in the suspension feel and the weight of the self-aligning, and it feels nice under the limit. The car responds nice under the limit. You know, it's like pokey. You get a sort of tug on braking. You can feel it weighting up when turning in and going faster. See, like this now, if we're under the limit, well under the limit, there's no range in the force feedback for the fronts at all as well under the limit, so maybe if you had that, that would help a lot. There's no force feedback for that, other than just a counter steer. So I do wonder how much of the wonkiness is attributed to force feedback as opposed to the physics. It doesn't really matter if you're driving with paddle shifters or not. AC1's a lot easier to drive than this when actually driving quickly. Well, it's not easy and harder, different things to say. I'm on a 21 Newton meter wheel with no filtering, so see, I think this is what people do, and this is why they don't notice. They gradually build up speed, driving around like this, doing a little bit of a correction, but they're basically just doing power slides. And they're very slow, and they're not on top of the car. And then this is how they drive their road car. Right? Even when they track a road car, this is how they approach it. So they think that that's why they end up thinking it's super realistic. Those people are very slow. Yeah, if you go to a track day, you see people driving like this all the time. I have a 5090. I don't know if AC1 has a predictive lap time. It's interesting though. Like to me, this feels super. Like there's depth. There is depth going on with the physics, right? Like you know, there's oversteer, understeer. You can rotate the car on the brake. It's not ridiculously slidey, but this feels really boring to drive. Just, there's no. It feels terrible. It's not that there's not depth to the physics, but I wonder how much of that is that lack of front end. I think exactly. There's no point in being active. It's all preemptive. It's like a very forgiving iRacing. Lethargic, yeah. It's like ACC, but it's like applying ACC to road cars, where yeah, that is true. Shoot me. If you don't have any reference, this would probably seem quite good, and if you struggle with not crashing in lots of sims because it's forgiving. I mean, it's a lot better than Forza and Gran Turismo, so, you know. It's like it's like there's a power slide, and then you turn the wheel, but it's not responding. So you're just doing a power slide and then you turn the wheel to stop the car rotating, but you're not actually controlling the vehicle. You can clearly see I'm not crashing here and I'm in control of the car. You're in a fixed trajectory based off the entry speed into the corner. Set tyre pressure to normal. It's not. I mean, you can change tyre pressure, but the same physics aspects would exhibit themselves on different tyre pressure, different temperature tyres. That's beside the point. Hello, Matt. Can you actually pull it out of the oversteer quicker by counter steering more aggressively? Let's see. Right, there's no point. No point doing on that corner. If you're on maximum grip, I tell you what will be happening. The tyre, you just won't be going to the limit as much. I've noticed this a lot of sim racers. What they'll do is they'll be like, move the brake bias forwards, put TC up, turn the grip up, change the tyre pressure, watch out for the cold tyres. It's like, oh, so what you mean is don't drive at the limit. The solution is to not drive. That's not the solution. It's like, well, what you're doing there is you're avoiding the point. So that was on fast. We'll put it on optimum and it'll probably do more of the snappy behaviour. Wider track. Well, the Brands Hatch is quite good because it has a lot of corners on it that are good angles. Man refuses God. Where's that come from?
The pace car is out of control.
Right. Thanks for following. I don't think it is fun. I think that's the problem. A lot of people will find it fun, and good for them. There's a lot of very vocal people that don't really... they don't define what they're talking about. It's so wooden, the counter steer as well. It's like you're going to a fixed. I wonder how much of it is force feedback versus physics, though. That slide just feels like a chore to catch. to me, I think it's because you're waiting. You're just waiting. You're not over. You're not on top of the vehicle. You're waiting for the passenger slide, the power slide. You're basically waiting for it to finish. It's preemptive driving. I think a lot of people are positive about Evo 0.4 because PMR was such a disastrous launch. For some reason, a lot of influencers all went mental over Evo 0.4, mostly probably because PMR was so terrible. And even though Evo 0.4 is a nice little upgrade over the previous one in many ways, but it's really not that significant on the grand scheme of things. But if you have like a bunch of influencers going, oh, something's amazing, it then sets the tone. And so then now it's all amazing. It's really weird. This is like a relatively new thing in sim racing. Well, we'll drive this car in AC1 and see what the differences are. I just think influencers now define what everyone thinks in a space a lot more, which is really a bit depressing. Because also a lot of influencers don't actually. They're just. It's just I mean, everyone's can say their own thing, but a lot of them don't actually specifically say what's good or bad or whatever. It's just their vibe. You know, they really like it. There's nothing wrong with that, but on aggregate, I think it ends up being a problem. Oh shit. It's true. There's no front end feel in this game. So I think you need that in a driving sim. we should try Live for Speed. No, we're trying this car specifically because someone said it's really good. And also, I wanted to see if this exhibits the same behaviour as the faster cars. Well, you can say each to his own, but you'd have to say why. When you make a comment on something, you have to say why. It's no use to anybody just saying, oh, this is my favourite. So you'd have to say why something's your favourite. Otherwise, it's a waste of time typing anything. I'm sure they'll allow you to change assists off. No, I've spoke with Kunos about force feedback. I just don't think they agree with me. Right, let's quickly try the BMW in AC1. I know I keep hearing that Half-Life 3 announcement. Oh yeah, so I do wonder how much a lack of feeling the front end really does affect the driving in a sim. I think it is quite big because you really notice it in AC1. You can use a script to turn it off. And in PMR, if you don't set up the force feedback so you can feel the fronts, it feels way worse to drive. So it's interesting how much being able to feel where the fronts are really lets you drive naturally. And I don't think a lot of people realise this. The load getting lighter as the fronts losing they're heavier the more grip they get or the more resistive, and then as you slip more, it gets lighter. I don't think people realise how significant that is necessarily. I don't think many people really thought about it that much. So it's actually really a vital thing to drive naturally. What was it? The BMW? Where are we? BMW E30. Just this. It's this one, wasn't it? Okay. Practice. Go. iRacing's weird though because you can't. iRacing with IRFFB gives really good detail, but the problem is the tyres they keep turning off as you put load on them, which means you can't push into them and have the grip come back, so you just avoid that situation entirely. So the force feedback, I think, from Marvin's app is quite good, but you still can't do that thing of push into the grip with it coming back, because it just doesn't come back quick enough. If you go on the centrifugal circuit, you have to go on a much wider radius for the grip to come back for it to actually be useful. We just have all the filters off in Evo and all damping off. Right, let's see what this is like. The delayed feeling is because of simulated weight, better suspension. Well, you'd still feel what the car's doing at that point in time. So, also, if you've driven a race car in real life, they're very hooked up. No, I've got that. That real FFB haptic thing actually makes the force feedback worse in AC. It removes front end feel. At least with the settings we tried. Yeah, so I mean, what you can say is, so under the limit, you do notice in Evo there is more body roll feeling, more suspension compression feeling, and under the limit sort of roll into the corner. Under the limit is nicer. I'd say under the limit, like, it would turn into that corner better. I mean, so there could be some setup tweaks as well, but like, generally speaking, the initial grip levels seem higher in Evo, and the initial turning and the initial roll and the initial diff behaviour seem better. These are all things that people would notice if they're driving under the limit, right? So that's great, but the problem is, in a racing sim, you're pushing onto the limit straight away, so all those things basically become irrelevant. Wicked on the razor's edge. See how the car's responding to the counter steer in AC1 there? It's not stuck in a passenger slide. It just responds straight away. So I would say the under the limit handling in Evo, I would say, is like 30% better than AC1. We're quite a bit better than AC1. But the moment you get into slip, it's half as good. And this is why I think there's such a big range of views on Evo. If you're shit at driving and you drive under the limit, you'll think Evo's amazing. If you're actually good at driving and balancing cars in slip, you'll think Evo's complete shit. That, and the force feedback in AC has just got much more range to it, especially at the limit. You can nice cop out saying you're shit. Well, I'm not saying you're shit. I'm just saying people that are not used to balancing at slip or don't focus on that won't notice the issue. So this is the thing. This is the crucial thing with a real car. If you've ever done any sliding in a real car with rear wheels, they're very easy. They're very easy to hold in slip. Like, they're balanced. They tend to go towards balance rather than right. And that's what AC captures. That's why AC is so enjoyed. Like, you could go, well, maybe it's a little bit understeery, under the limit, and I'd agree. A real car rolls in quicker. But iRacing under the limit's quite good, to be honest. This is what it is, basically. I would wager there's a huge number of drivers that don't understand driving at the limit. This isn't a chore to catch either. This is just natural. It's a bit too. I think it could be snappier. It could be better. But the slides we're doing here are the same slides we're doing in Evo that are catchable slides. It's that in Evo and iRacing, they're power slides. the power slides, right? In this, it's a controllable drift where you control the trajectory really finely and really smoothly and really precisely. The car's bogging down through that in that gear. I just tweaked my CSP a little bit. iRacing has a similar issue that Evo has, where it's a power slide. What other car should we try in Evo? I am convinced now, 100%, what's going on. People are driving under the limit in Evo. It feels better under the limit than AC. They catch a snap to oversteer. They catch a snap oversteer, and then they're like, "Oh wow, caught a slide." And you do, you can understeer slide into Evo and stuff. And under the limit, it's got more. It feels more responsive and more detailed, but actually on the limit, it's terrible. So if you're a good driver, you just drive on the limit straight away. So it's what you focus on. You don't know what I mean? Well, before you get into like a few degrees of slip on the tyres, before you're like the tyres are making any squealing at all, or before you are applying any counter steer. So when you're operating within like I assume it's the diff of the rear predominantly, the different rotational speed of the rear tyres for the rotation. I don't know how else you would describe it. Like, there's a definite state of when you're not really balancing the slip. Car's always in slip, but there's a defined grip state. Joe Salty, if they disagree with you, it's because they're slow or bad. Yeah, in many ways, yeah. Yeah. It's not that they're bad, it's that they're not. They're focusing on the handling character under the limit. I don't know what other words to use. Well, you could say when the car's in neutral steer, that's when it starts going wrong in Evo. But it sounds arrogant saying, "Oh, it's the people don't notice because they're driving too slowly or they're not holding slip, so they don't have the skills." That's going to sound arrogant. It's going to sound like you're saying, "Oh, well, you don't know because you're not good enough." But if that is the case, what else can you say? You can still drive the sim very fast, so it's still a skill to be quick in it. It's not that it's harder or easier. Like iRacing, you can't drive on the limit properly. Yeah, someone needs to. If they've ever managed to have 5k iRating, I think could be a good start point. The iRating test. I would say, so using the iRating metric, which is not a very good one, I think someone has to have been able to get to 4k iRating. Really, if someone can be 4k iRating in a range of cars, they're still. I'm crap, by the way, and I'm like, my iRating's probably 4.3, 4.5 Ki rating. If I focus on it, maybe 5.5, 6K. If I really, really try hard and I just race what I'm good at. But I know that my braking is terrible. I don't lean on the tires enough. There's a whole bunch of stuff that I do very badly. I'm aware of it. So hang on, what car do we need? So yeah, no, I think when people comment online, they should have to say, I'm at this skill. At least if someone says if they've got this level of skill or these times, you'll at least know that they can do the fundamentals. So then you can talk about other stuff. There's a whole host of people that are so far off it. It's like we don't even know where they're coming at. You know. The GT3. Which one? The BMW GT3. The opinion zone. Is the BMW GT3 in AC1? Yeah, so what you'll find, a slick tyre, and the tighter the car is, the more it exposes the physics, the behaviour of the tyre model in a simulator, which is why, like, often light Formula cars, ignoring the downforce aspect, but light Formula cars, or like when you've got go-karts in sims, it really exposes the way a sim drives. Thanks for subscribing. It's a right to do it. I like Marco. What car are we going for, guys? Should we do the BMW? Is this in AC? We need a car that's also in AC. Alfa Romeo Giulia Sprint. We've just done the E46. I think. The Alfa Romeo. Is this in both sims? I like the logo on the Alfa Romeo. Which one? Don't know. This is a vintage car. We don't want to do a bloody vintage car. It hides everything. Guys, chat, you're killing me. Can someone suggest a car that's a reasonably powerful car that's in both sims? This one, the Alfa Romeo Giulia GTAM. That's in both, right? As a powerful road car. Is this in AC1 as well? Nice looking car. Also, you can get into National Trust properties, which is good. Let's see. Alfa Romeo. Why can I not see the logo? It's got to be in the top, surely. Oh, here we go. Right. What do we have here? Quadrifoligio. Sounds like some euphemism. QV launched it. Isn't that a people carrot? Hang on, what we got in AC? This is a different car. No, we need another car. It's not an AC one. We could do the Ferrari F40, but that's such a crazy car. We'll do it. It's in both sims. It's a mental car, though. I mean, this handle's insane anyway. Like these, how many people drove these into walls? We could try the MX-5 as well, actually. That's a good idea as a benchmark car. Right, let's confirm it. Let's do it with this. So Ferrari F40. Assists are all off. Okay, that's all good. Right. Well, we don't need to. You don't really need to be tweaking the setup to really notice big physics differences. We'll see how it drives, and then we can tweak the setup. How do you change the boost in this? Okay. As soon as you give too much throttle, it lights the rear up. Could turn the boost down a bit. There's really no feel for what the car's doing. The force feedback here. There is no catching that. This car's death. This would be a good car to put your gran in. Just got stuck in understeer there. It's exactly like the the delay, the passenger sliding. It's exactly. It's obviously the same physics. Tracking by both ears. Well, sadly, you need someone that's consistently critical in sim racing. Yeah, the sounds are good in it. The graphics of the dash are really nice as well. It's all preemptive driving though. It's the force feedback's out of sync with the car. I'm an absolute passenger to the force feedback. It's it's like the force feedback's happening after the car's visually moved. I'm running no filter, 1-to-1 wheel rotation, no damper, basically pure game force feedback. So with a 21 Newton meter to DD, running at 100% strength, but I've capped maximum output at like 15 Newton meters. I know that's probably off now because I just restarted the app. So what? It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's honestly insane. It's so ridiculous. 43% in the game, and then my wheel. I mean, we could try turning my wheel's on 80%, but we could turn the. Maybe we turn the in-game up and our wheel down. We could try that. Why not? Not that shouldn't really help, but. It's not that strong force feedback though. All lower strength force feedback will just mask the bad force feedback because you'll just be driving over the top of it. Morad's a real driver. He didn't think much of Moser. Well, that's good. I better change my view. I'll just forget all the wheels I've used because I better just. We'll just have to listen to Morad because he's known to play a lot more simulators than me and to use a lot more equipment than me. So yeah, I definitely we'll just ignore everything I say. We'll just go by one Morad video. Right. I like Daniel, by the way. It's just really. If someone's a real race driver, apparently it means turn your brain off. Yeah, more. I do actually like Morad. I find him quite funny. Like, I've hung around with him at random things. But it's so weird. The whole real race driver says something. They might not even say something wrong, but they make one comment without any context or much more detail, and it might be from just 30 minutes using something, and then that supersedes a very detailed, specific breakdown explaining the ins and outs of something from someone that's clearly spent a lot of time going through it, that is not financially biased in any way. Or really, you know, it's actually not in their interest. I mean, really, like, honestly, there's a hilarious Reddit thread I was unfortunate enough to come across. I just honestly, guys, it's just the problem is you see this in sim racing, and you're like, okay. I mean, I don't mind people thinking I'm an idiot. The problem is the realization of how much this applies to things that matter. That's the real problem. That's what's really. So this is how you explain homeopathy. This is how you end up with homeopathy. But this man said he was on a TV program, and he said if you dilute this snake venom, it's great. Oh yeah, okay. What about using a bit of logic to realise if you dilute a substance repeatedly, you're diluting the substance, and there's no evidence that there's this supposed memory in water, and well, here's 4 or 5 blind studies that absolutely demonstrate that there's no effect of what you're describing. No, discount all that. This guy was on a TV program. He was on Oprah, and Oprah has a big audience, so I trust him. Okay, well, yeah, fine. The fortnightly homeopathy. You're an AC fanboy, and yes, the force feedback's not fun right now. You played 10. I hate being on the limit because you have to be in slip angle and you can't feel it. Yeah. Who agrees with me in chat?
The pace car is out of control.
Do you guys think I'm right? The people singing the praises of Evo 0.4 are predominantly drivers that are driving under the limit and not on the limit. Do you think that's what I think is going on for the bulk of it? And then I would say also ACC players who have never actually felt decent physics and force feedback, so and they're also used to the delay that you've got in the physics. So I think that's the groups that basically are currently saying Evo's great. A lot of people are also saying 0.3 was great, which is weird because then 0.4 is worse now, I guess. You can memorize with any simulator. You can memorize what you can and can't do to be fast, which is what you have to do in ACC. So, because this then turns into the you guys have broken my chat room. I hope you're happy. This then turns into the counter argument to you explain this force feedback's missing, this physics behavior is happening, the cars can't be driven naturally at the limit, and drivers don't notice. A lot of drivers don't notice that because they're not driving at the limit. Then the counter argument to that is, well, how do you explain these really fast esports drivers in iRacing? How do you explain the really fast ACC drivers? And it's like, well, because there's a difference between.
The pace car is out of control.
Like you can be really fast in any video game, in any simulator, regardless of the physics. You can work out the physics. It's kind of like a separate. There's really fast people at Trackmania. You're rocking back and forth in a mad. Yeah, you guys broke my chat room. I hope you're happy. I'm gonna have to reboot my chat. These my physics talk is clearly distressing for people. It's too much. I'm not a big fan of strong new to meter wheels, actually. I'm one of the people that runs the force feedback quite low normally. So we have tried out. You're not on the same level as Jardier and Ollie. Well, I've never actually raced them in AC1 properly, so and I don't really play iRacing. Ollie's definitely way better at me than at iRacing for sure. Actually, I don't know if he, in terms of like if we were doing a proper race, I don't actually know how good he is in like Formula cars, and he'd easily beat me in GT cars. But I've only ever seen him drive GT. Jardier is like an esports driver, so I think Jardier would beat me in everything, to be honest. But that's kind of beside the point. Jardier's really fast in everything. He's definitely more of like an esports driver. I don't think Ollie's that good. I don't think he's bad. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, Jardier is actually a very fast driver, whereas Ollie, I think Ollie's good, but I don't think he even claims himself to be. You know, it's like OG UK. Well, he's very fast as well, especially at ACC. Tortellini, you know, they're actually esports drivers. So, but that, as I say, you've got people that are really fast in Trackmania or any game, or like players that are very good in Fortnite. You know, it's kind of beside the point of someone saying this is why this is probably like this. And actually, you can make a very strong argument that an esports driver might be less concerned about, you know, like force feedback, for example. Because if you can just drive with no force feedback really, really quickly, why would you care? We have drivers that race with us on our servers that play with a gamepad, and they're really fast. So, you know, they've just got the fundamental,
pace car is out of control.
The absolute fundamental apexing and cornering and everything. Everything about sim race is about personal feelings. Well, that's not true either. So, well, we can try this with lower force feedback. These were just the default settings. So. That used to be the case, BRT. It's not so much now, actually. That was a big thing in the past, but now actually they tend to run quite high, or like, you know, sort of 12, 13. You have to think how much pace you get around a track just based off braking correctly, apexing and accelerating smoothly. You can be very fast just doing that. But that's, you know, that's a whole... If you've got variable tracks or you're driving different cars... If you've got variable tracks, driving different cars, maybe you want to know what the car setup, how that's affected it, maybe you're driving offline. There's a load of scenarios where you really want the force feedback. But the point would be is why not have force feedback that helps you drive in an intuitive way? The force feedback's throwing us off the track here. I've turned the force feedback down. It's out of sync with what the car's doing. I think the thing is, if you're going to have more snappy tyres, which is not a bad thing, I think AC1 often feels like not, in some cases, not snappy enough, right? Or it's a common thing with there's lots of sims have that thing. But if you are going to have snappier, more responsive tyres, you have to have more responsive force feedback. You can't have snappier tyres and less responsive force feedback. doesn't make any sense, does it? I've turned the force feedback down. It's making it worse in some ways. Yeah, we're just doing some laps in this first. The thing is, I can underdrive. I can just go right now. We know where the general limit is, so we can drive it like iRacing. And this is what people do for like those comparison videos. So you're like, right, let's drive it like iRacing. So I absolutely drive well under the limit. So I've just increased the preemptive driving. I think a lot of drivers don't have the skill to like do that. They drive either only under the limit or only over it. I mean, I don't think it's a big skill to have, but I think it's just something a lot of people don't do. So then I'm now driving this as if I was driving with a gamepad, or as if I had force feedback turned off. As people were like, oh look, it looks really, look at the little corrections. You can drive like this, gradually go faster and faster until you get to the binary fail or near binary fail, and then you go, right, mental note, that's where that happens, so I won't do that. That's how you play iRacing. It's really tedious. It's really soulless way of driving. It's also how a lot of people approach real cars. You can drive like this if you're someone that has no feel whatsoever. You can drive like this. Terrible. There is zero force feedback for the front end in this. Also, what you can do as part of preemptive driving, you basically only get on the throttle when the steering wheel is straight, and you just memorise the application of the throttle based off the straightness of the wheel. No, it's just it's memory driving, robot driving. And a lot of people, that's the only way they know how to drive. If you try and drive this actually like a car, It's weird. The understeer in this is really weird as well, actually, you know. It gets trapped in understeer as well as the oversteer. Oh! Also, Evo has a huge issue with undulations and crests. And the grip just disappears with no warning for that as well, which is a massively unrealistic behaviour. The degree to which it does it in Evo, it's absolutely ridiculous. Like AC doesn't do that, iRacing doesn't do that, AMS1 doesn't do that, PMR doesn't do that. Where's the esports driver highlighting the cars losing it over a crest? Because it's kind of a fatal flaw in a driving game. It's kind of like a real fatal flaw. So really we need some esports drivers to say that Evo's force feedback is total shit because you can't go over crests properly. But I guess it's not the shitting on Evo is not in trend at the moment. Sorry, that's not the zeitgeist right now. Every car in Evo has the same behaviour. Yeah, obviously when you go over crest, cars get lighter. Obviously, yeah. Obviously, everything's on a scale. This is you know, when someone says something about a sim, they're saying relatively speaking. They're not saying no other car does this general thing. They're saying relatively speaking. Because obviously it'd be ridiculous to say in an absolute sense. Yeah, the force feedback's definitely
I don't like
this.
ACC, but I do like the normalist. But that is amazing. So it's
These
probably one of the well, one of the or not the best simulation to practice, like even F1 or GT mods. It's really good.
We've played Evo with the effects. So the effects in Evo are just vibrations. They're the same as what you have in. AC as optional, like they're just vibration, like understeer effect. Yeah. Well, sadly what's happened is that because PMR is such a disaster, I don't think any developer's going to want to expose actual detailed force feedback options in the game. I think the default should just be good, like they are in AC1, and that's the ideal thing. But at least with Project Motor Racing, you could really tweak the force feedback. Like you could really adjust it, the same as if you were going to use telemetry on a wheel or something, and it was just in the game. So even people on console could do it. The defaults were terrible. But as you saw, most influencers seemingly, it could be wrong here, but seemingly, because the game has lots of bugs and is, you know, pretty, like they shouldn't have released it, but it seems like a lot of influencers didn't try any of the settings and so just were like, oh, shit, force feedback. When actually it isn't, when you actually set it up correctly. But that's now basically set the narrative for that. So I don't think we'll ever have settings in games now for they're actually decent settings. Although we will have true force and full force, which are totally pointless. But I don't know. Like, I'm kind of getting done with sim racing, guys. To be honest, I've had like 10 years of this. I've said how things are for 10 years, and yeah, we're kind of a bit done with it. I just getting to the point where I'm too old. I just want nice games to play, but I'm too old for like 13-year-olds spamming me on the internet all the time. Can't be bothered. I can't be bothered. Let's do our glider channel. We'll quit sim racing and do gliding. I'll fly into a hillside. Quick death. Oh, hang on, I turn. Why is this track so slidey? I think I turned the track grip right down here. Also, I need to put my wheel settings back. That was like drift edition. Oh, track was on lowest grip there. Okay, thought it was a bit slidey. Well, what was the version in Evo? Okay. Don't want to end up like you, Billy. You're older than me. You just get, I think you just get to a point where you're like, oh, what's the point? I don't care. I mean, you could, you know, if people don't want to accept you tell people the truth. If they don't want to accept it, then that's their problem. But I don't need to put up with, you know, there's no need to put up with being spammed constantly. It's like, what's, you know, it's not enjoyable. So what's the point? Right, there we go. So this is the step 3 one. Oh, where's the shortcuts? Aren't working for the. Oh, is it 1 to 7 for the turbo? Well, where is it? Is it control? No. How do you change the boost setting in this? Oh. You used to be able to do it through the yeah, I know it's not working for some reason. Does this car not have it? Maybe you can't change it on this car. Yeah, no, I know we just pushed the keys, didn't do anything. Normally you just press 0 to go 100% boost. You have to understand other people's opinions to reason. Yeah, the problem is if you just have a barrage of people that have zero knowledge on something and they keep repeating the same thing that's been explained and disproven, it's just a waste of time. It's just got the turbo. Well, maybe we just need to let's check the bindings. It might be that it's oh, maybe when you bind it, it gets rid of the keys. Let's see. What's that you want me to download? Okay. But why do I'm just using this one. We're good. Oh, is it not adjustable on this car? Yeah, I guess it doesn't have it on this one. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. They're still pretty aggressive. Turn the force back down a touch. Yeah, I mean, it's just that it's a lot more stable. See, I mean, I do like the snappiness of Evo, but you need the stability as well. You can't just have more snappiness with less stability. You can have more snappiness and the same or more stability, then you'd be golden. We can swap the tyres over. I mean, this car is a bit mental in AC1 as well, to be fair. It's a pretty crazy car. The thing is, it's not really the boost thing though that's the problem. The issue is that Evo has delay in its force feedback or input. I've moved the brake bias way too far back. That was all from the brake bias. I think the big thing in Evo is just the delay in the force feedback and the input is a really big difference. And then Evo's a lot more unhinged. As ignoring, putting aside the throttle turbo. I'm able to catch this naturally. How are people not noticing that delay in Evo? ACC has it as well. How do people not notice that? It's as if the game's broken. Do they just learn the game with that delay, and then that becomes normal? I don't know, it could be the tyre model, could be them putting damper on, could be them putting inertia. Who knows what it is. The thing is, I would give Kunos the benefit of the doubt if they hadn't done ACC, which they repeatedly told me, well, Game of Muscle's just an idiot. Game of Muscle doesn't know. You're wrong. You can't drive. So shut up, Game of Muscle. Well, look, see how that panned out. Nothing beats a bit of cardboard in the morning. It's a waste of time to explain to me. What's a waste of time? What exactly to explain to me? That's I'm just timing you out. That's such a stupid thing to write. Oh no, YouTube's not open. There we Anybody that says supremely dumb comments gets timed out. Now, I'm putting that as a... like an 8 out of 10 on the dumb comment scale. So an 8 out of 10 is a 5-minute timeout. There we go, 5-minute timeout. Oh no, I've just banned them from the channel permanently. Didn't mean to do that. Oh, I've accidentally given the death penalty. There we go, unpanned. 5 minutes. Oh shit, hang on. Ah, there we go. There we go. We're going to drive this with different tyres. But I do think you need... The force feedback needs to be lined up with what's going on in the sim. Otherwise, the force feedback's going to be making your wheel do the wrong thing, which is going to make driving difficult. Oh dear, I keep doing that. Okay, let's put different tyres on. I normally run faster steering as well. We're running this with just normal steering tyres. Just put the hard slicks on. What's this? In other streams, you stated you were sick of others negating your opinions. Then, when I made the point of certain cars potentially Kuno Sport mods seems to drive better than others. What? You're not even making a counter argument or point. What are you saying? I'm not sick of people negating my opinion. So you've started your comment with a straw man. You've begun that with a straw man. That's what I have a problem with. I have no issue with someone going, I disagree with what you've said for XYZ reason, and then they say XYZ reason, and hopefully XYZ reason isn't something that we've already explained isn't valid. I don't understand what you're saying though in your comment. Then when I made a point that certain cars seem better than others, I don't know why would I... What point? I'm not acting defensive. Dear God. I don't even know what you guys are typing. Can you say something coherent so I can even... I can't mentally process what people are saying. Hello, Bongo. I can't mentally if someone's going to say something, say like, Gamer Muscle, you are wrong about this because of this reason, and I think this reason's better for this reason. This isn't English. Kunos bought mods on my face. What does that even mean? Are you talking about like the Shelby Cobra? And the I can't remember, the Shelby Cobra was a mod that Kunos bought, and yeah, it's quite good. Although actually most people don't like it. I quite like it. There's good mods for AC, there's bad mods for AC, and there's good stock content for AC, and there's bad stock content for AC. I'm not sure what you're getting at. Yeah, that's fine. I don't disagree. Yeah, I don't disagree. What are you? What's your argument? What's your problem? This is a weird one. When people, I'm not saying you're doing this now. I just really don't understand what you're typing. I've seen online people go, "Oh, I disagree with Gamer Muscle," and then they type something that's something I've said. And I'm just like, I don't understand. I can't. It's insane. It's like, oh, you don't like Gamer Muscle because he's annoying, has a stupid face and makes terrible jokes and sings. That is perfectly valid, but you don't have to then make something up. Like, you just don't like me. Great, that's fine. I'm happy with that. A lot of people don't like me. That's totally. I don't like myself half the time. So I would hate watching this channel. I would go insane. So I don't have a problem with that. You don't need to make something up, do you? Page rated, but I don't know what's going on. I feel like I'm having a stroke sometimes. Please hear my incoherent ramblings. He likes gliders more than airlines. Hey, look, gliders are amazing. Hang on, you're not that important. I'm not going to waste time debating. I'm just here laughing. Why are you typing? Well, you're banned. That's it. You've reached 7 on the idiot comment scale there. You might not be an idiot, but that comment's that's a 7. That's a 30-minute timeout. The thing is, I like to actually chat with people, and we do actually put a lot of effort into trying to talk with people. Christopher Lees, I can't say you're wrong or right about any of it. I can't stand the feeling of zero filters. It makes driving on plastic toy wheels. No, I agree with you. I don't always drive with zero filter, but when I'm reviewing stuff and trying stuff out, I will turn all the filters off and generally run at lower strength, because you can feel what the game's doing then. And then, yeah, sure, I can totally see why someone might add some interpolation or turn down high frequency and a whole bunch of stuff. So, yeah, no, I don't disagree with that. I know I'm the same. But when I'm sim racing, it's not just for me. It's because I'm trying to form a rounded view, and so I understand. Also, so I don't want the different wheels filters apply different filtering to stuff. So I like to know without filters, because then it'll probably be the same for everybody. And then I tell people, do no filters and then add filters if you want to. Do you feel more with high Newton meters? You can do, but it depends on the wheelbase, and generally speaking. Is there a new LMU FFB app? Oh, I'll have to try that out. Can you link to that? Yeah, the thing with the G29, it's quite easy to overwhelm that wheel. Oh, nice. We'll try that. We'll try that LMU app out after this. That's good. Oh, I'm looking at the chat. Yeah, the force feedback's terrible in LMU. Yeah, we'll give it a go after this. Anyway, I'm pretty confident with So Evo has... There's a delay in the force feedback from the car and what the car's doing to the output. The cars are more snappy and they don't have the balance at the limit that AC has. But they also seem to have more initial turning, and maybe they're less understeery under the limit, or like, you know, before you start getting onto the tyres more. I'm not actually, like, I would quite like a better sim than AC1, to be honest. I think what it is, there's people that play AC1, they will really notice the problems with Evo, but then the people that have come to Evo that are new and that underdrive, or that play ACC or maybe iRacing, they probably won't notice the differences. And so, like with ACC, hardly anyone went from AC1 to ACC. So there was hardly anyone that would back up what I was saying. But there's more. But what's happening now is gradually you're seeing the narrative shift on Evo, because you have like 2 or 3 big streamers saying Evo's great, we love it. The general underlying narrative behind Evo is slowly transitioning into what it was like with ACC. Because most views, it's like politics. The views and perception of stuff is not based on reality. It's just based on argument from authority predominantly. The grip levels in Evo and the behaviour of the cars until you start getting into wider slip is a lot better than AMS2. But then there's just like weird erratic stuff in there that's confusing. And the AMS2 has better force feedback than Evo. You can, AMS2 like PMR, you can fully customise the force feedback to whatever you want. So if you want dull force feedback, you can have that. If you want vibrations, you can have that. If you want aggressive self-aligning, you can have that. If you want to feel the fronts, you can have that. If you want suspension, you can have that. Do whatever you want with it. I mean, I don't know what people mean by weight transfer. It's difficult to separate weight transfer from, is it actual transfer of weight from the physics, or is it a perception of weight transfer due to how the force feedback loads up? I always found this sort of diff behaviour in AMS2 to be a bit weird, and the braking and the trail braking and just the character of the vehicles. AMS2 always felt to me like I was removing grip off the rear tyres rather than actually turning the cars with the differential, if that makes sense. So I don't know how much of that's the physics, perception, or the reality. It's very hard to know, but that's how it's always felt to me. Which is one of the things that PMR over AMS2, that's one of the things that PMR really feels a lot better. But you can't be positive about PMR because then you're a shill, because I've been paid off clearly by giants. Now, I don't know where these accusations of being paid off by publishers can come from. I mean, you know what? Some people say that influencers get too close to publishers. All it took was a mug, guys. All it took was a receptacle, a drinking receptacle. Hang on, this YouTuber's very easy to bribe. All we need to do is give him a teacup. We don't even need to give him any money. We just give him a teacup. Cheapest influencer on earth. I've got a Fanatec mug as well. So there you go. I don't have a Moser mug. I have a Jimmy Broadbent Moser bottle opener though. I don't, Matt, I just get tired when I drink. Yeah, anyway, so that's that. That's that. What we're doing, we need to try the LMU FFB app.
The pace car is out of control.
Where's this Moser LMU FFB? Where did you guys find this? When you were a teenager, you went drunk and you got yourself banned from multiple LFS. Well, I mean that's not really that extreme. I got drunk with a bunch of Christians, and we this is a long time ago. We were driving down a motorway and we were taking traffic cones. And this is like proper Christians, like really religious people. So that's proper drunk behaviour. I wasn't driving, to be clear. As you know, don't have a driver's licence. Where's this thing? Where's this Le Mans force feedback? Father Muscle. It's on the LMU Discord. Is there not a forum to get it? Do I even have the LMU Discord? Let's have a look. Le Mans Ultimate. Whereabouts? Whereabouts on their Discord? This is a Christians, kids that had like really Christian upbringings, then went to university, would go totally mental. Hang on, you're 46, Niels. You look well young, you bastard. Jesus, it's because you got all this fresh Dutch air and low stress, and you don't have to read internet comments. How old am I? Too old. I'm a lot younger than Niels, but I look twice his age. Where's this thing? Did you guys just make this up to get us hyped? I can't see. Where is it on their Discord? Since the original AC is obviously better, why do you spend time on this other Sims? Oh no, here we go. Funnily enough, you're the only person to ever ask that question. Oh, it's Antoine Potato. I give Antoine Potato a free pass. Are you trolling? You know that question. We don't have to play that. No, we don't have to play them to keep our audience. I do genuinely like trying the different simulators to see what's different. I would always like, I always like to. This is the thing with Project Motor Racing. It actually has some quite interesting different physics stuff to it. So, I quite enjoy it because it's fun trying these things. It's like how, like in Project Cars 2, I still preferred AC1 when that came out. right? But we had so much fun racing that. Me beating you in that. so it's weird. Like, that's the thing. Like, I enjoy. I also enjoy playing different simulators. They might not be entirely my favourite thing, and I'll still be honest about the issues with them. But then I do enjoy it's different video games. Effectively, I go mental just doing this. Even if I really like a game, I get frustrated playing AC non-stop or any game. Like, I can't just play the same thing, even if on aggregate it's generally better. Where is this? I'm looking in the general chat. Where's this? Everyone's posting. I can't see it. Did you guys make up this force feedback thing? I honestly can't find it on their Discord. Search. What's this searching business about? Are you asking me to search? Where am I searching? I didn't even know how you search in this. I've got this bloody LMU FFB. Latest. Okay, I'm searching. I can't find the actual file though. Where's the file? Discord is terrible, guys. Discord is so awful as a platform. Like, how do you go down? Can someone post it in my Discord? How can we go backwards from internet forums to Discord? Like, Discord is so bad as a way to arrange information. IRFM. I'm not in the forum. I'm on the Discord. Where? LMU FFB. Did someone type it in my chat? It's because you have to keep in mind I can only see a certain number of things on my screen, and then they scroll off and links don't come through. So, can someone just post it in my Discord? I did, and it didn't come up. What do I need to Google? There's a thread. It comes up with my stupid face. That comes up with me. It comes up with 2 of my videos. Apparently, this app's a game changer for iRacing force feedback. Like they said when we tuned the best force feedback. And then it's 2 of my videos. Why am I... Google LMU FFB GitHub. Okay. Right, this is the worst thing if you do YouTube. When you search for stuff and you're greeted with your own face and you're like, that's not what I wanted to see. Imagine that. It's like hell. I don't look at my face. Okay, here we go. I think I might have found it. There we go. I've released an early version of LMU FFB. Here we go. Some should do a port. Somewhat. Previous post. Oh, this was from the previous post that they did with my video. Maybe we are having a positive contribution on sim racing. Maybe we are doing. Maybe we are actually having a good impact. Maybe it's not completely pointless. I mean, the heat death of the universe. I don't think anyone's going to remember force feedback. Not that anyone remembering anything would make any difference anyway. But at least in the short term, I don't even know, guys. Don't even know. Right, I like the idea of messing around with force feedback though, so that's good. So it's always a positive. Right, here we go. LMU FFB release install.txt. It says this guide, should I do it with oh, massive. This guide will walk you through. VJoy is a virtual joystick driver. Oh no. We need VJoy for this version. I don't know if it'll work. I do have VJoy. Well, let's see if this works. But the VJoy thing is a pain in the ass. Marvin managed to get it to work without VJoy. Okay, well, let's see if this works. Code execution can't proceed because VJoy interface was not found. Okay. Well, okay. Okay. We need to install VJoy 2. VJoy can cause quite a few issues on your system. So it's worth being aware of that. Yeah, VJoy can be a bit weird at times. It can work well, but it can also be a bit weird. It stopped working with Windows 11, I think, as well. Well, let's try this. Supposedly this version works, so why not? Give it a go. It's just built into it. Oh, okay, that makes sense. AMS2 is floaty. It is floaty. Sloppy. Sloppy and floaty. Who wants that? No one wants a sloppy float. Sloppy floater. It's the worst. Sloppy floater. Can't do anything. Sloppy floater. Doing its floating thing. We don't know yet. It's what 2 bugged. We're installing VJoy apparently. It's taking a long time. It seems to be stuck. It says please wait while it installs VJoy device on your computer, but it's watch this video. Ah, thank you, Cat Debate, yeah. Sadly, that had an advert on it, so it didn't actually get me. Well, VJoy doesn't seem to be installing. It's just got stuck. Did someone say there was something else we need to be aware of to get this to install? It doesn't seem to be installing properly. Feels like you're herding cats. It feels like I'm banging breeze blocks on my forehead. No, you're not the weird one, Zag. This is what normal people think. Okay, VJoy is not installing here for whatever reason. I'll close the Moses software and try again. I don't watch football. Yeah, this doesn't seem to be working. turn my wheel off. Might help. Oh, here we go. Ah, there we go. It worked that time. Right. Here we go. Continue with the mission. This is well exciting. This is like playing R Factor. So we've installed VJoy and the computer's now broken. Restart my computer if prompted. We weren't prompted. Open VJoy control panel. Okay. VJoy. Okay. Okay, we're good. We're good. Now we need to install RF2 shared memory plugin. What's this? Download the plugin. This is a bit of a chore, isn't it? Well, it's worth it though. We're doing it. I think we've already got this though. This link doesn't work. Is anybody else trying to install this as well? rFactor 2 internal shared memory plugin. This plugin mirrors expose rFactor 2 internal state into shared memory buffers. The text file says to use Dallas formulas, but this is Theron Wolf modding. How do I know which one's the legit one? Like, how do I know? I mean, let's just try this one, see what happens. I mean, there's so many files. Why can't things be just like an install? Where do I even download? The Iron Wolf. Oh, okay. He wrote this plugin. Did he write the force feedback plugin. No. We're trying to install LMU force feedback, but GitHub's a complete mess. Where do we download? Oh, download. Here we go. Media file. Right, got this. Oh God, is it? Okay, now we've got this plugin. Here we go. This is so dumb. Okay, all this because the game has terrible force feedback. Right. Locate your... This is like playing Riven or Mist or something. Right. This is sim racing, guys. Le Mans Ultimate folder. Where is that? Installed files, here we go. Locate your folder. Navigate to plugins. I already have it. Oh, I have 2 shared memory map. I already have it! I already have it installed. Okay, well. We already have one. Oh, let's drag this one across. Why not? We already have it. All right, BRT. Right. I think we installed this because of the camera thing. Right, anyway, let's load Le Mans Ultimate. Thanks for subscribing. Oh great, Le Mans Ultimate's turned my monitor off. What? I think I mean Le Trolled Ultimate. We just got a super bright screen here. What on earth? The game won't even load. I haven't changed anything yet. Oh, hello! Blake Harris joined us on Patreon, thank you. What on earth is going on here? Ah, there we go. At least I'm in the menu. Go to settings. You guys can't see anything. Plugins. Where's plugins? Settings. Plugins. There is no plug. Yeah, I mean, this was in R Factor 2. It would come up. Maybe I need to just copy that other file across to replace the default one. We're trying to install LMU FFB. Yeah. No, it's an app. This is really exciting. I think this is probably the best thing that anyone could watch on the internet right now. When's a new update coming out for LMU? Always need a Guinness Hero. I imagine Kunos just want to keep trying to push the boundaries of the physics and not do the same thing. Right, settings. See if this comes up this time. I don't understand that. Like, there is no plugin option. So I don't know what it's talking about. Why do you get instructions for stuff that don't make any sense? Launch Le Mans Ultimate. Go to settings, plugins. There is no settings plugins. There's settings. There ain't no plugins. Why would you type that if it doesn't exist? Doesn't make any sense. Enable RF2 shared memory map. Maybe it's already there. Maybe they just copied that across from instructions for R Factor 2. Well, let's just continue on as if it's there. Why'd it be in control bindings? Okay. No, it's just not there. Right, anyway. Try, then we go. Extract LMU FFB to your desired location. Ensure VJoy interface.dll is in the same folder. Well, I don't know where the VJoy.dll is. Why? How do we just skip? Why can't people write instructions? It's insane. People honestly are just mental. Unless maybe that's already in the folder. Let's see. No, it isn't. I'm reading the instructions from the installer in the app, that like for the actual app. I've got a text file with the instructions. If you just posted the text file, I'm going to time you out. Okay, well, it's open do VJoy. Configure VJoy. Set up one device. The problem is the LMU FFB app won't load because these instructions are missing out the VJoy config information. What again? Like people cannot write instructions. It's insane. People always miss out steps in instructions. Doesn't make sense. Well, like, I don't get how people miss out vital instructions. I can't load the VJoy, the LMU FFB won't load unless it's got the DLL for VJoy. But I don't know where this VJoy DLL is because no one says. Why are we having to download that DLL separately? Which one am I downloading? VJoy interface.dll. Which one was it? Yeah, which one was it? Interface or... Okay. How do you actually download the single file? GitHub's a terrible design as well. How do you download just the one? Do I just right click save link as? Yeah, there we go. Right. Okay. GitHub's like the worst designed website ever as well if you're not a programmer. It's like the layout of it. Let's have a completely arbitrary layout. Oh yeah, that's fun. I'll put this in the same file as here. Right. We need to configure the VJoy in the game. We need to run VJoy. VJoy feeder. This is exciting. I'm well enjoying myself. I'm well in. Are you guys enjoying yourself? I am. To me, this is what sim racing is all about. Right, let's load the game here. I mean, I'm making a video about this. You spend every day of your... I'd rather not spend my life. I'd rather not be... If I had to spend time on GitHub. It's just such a stupid design. Like, the fact that you can... There's obviously the download option you can put in the top corner of like the main thing, but then it's not clear if that's to download the entire project or a specific part. And then people just put a text link to the actual download half the time. Look, Richard, are you sat here trying to get some stupid force feedback thing to work because a game doesn't have basic force feedback in it? I'm also special needs, so these things are slow. People send me money to do this. I don't know why. Right. Start the game. Go to controls bindings. Oh, here we go. Oh, it's probably messed up all my... Oh, I'd have my wheel turned on, so... it's probably good, actually. steer left. Low. Oh no, he's not picking it up. Hang on. Why is it not picking it up? Oh. Okay, it did work. Oh, is that my mouse it picked up there? No, there we go. Okay, it worked. You right. Oh dear, right, okay. Right. Select none for force feedback. Okay. Do you want it off? Set to none or minimal? We'll just turn it off, right? There you go. Set to none. Smoothing set to 0. Okay. Configure LMUFFB. Run LMUFFB. We need to change the resolution of the game. Oh, it still doesn't work. Bad image. It's not designed to run on Windows or contains an error. Try installing the... What? Oh, no. What on earth is going on here? Oh, I can't even get my window to select. Oh, it's like this window's messing everything up. No, I can't even get in the game to change. Oh, here we go. Oh my goodness, it keeps putting it over the top of the window. Oh, bloody hell. So dumb. Every time I click it, it tries to change the refresh rate of the monitor back from Windows to full screen. It's going to take a while. Alright, let's just close this. Let's fix the resolution. All right, Harridge Whipwap. Let's try this again. That VJoy interface DLL is not working. Let's read this install. VJoy interface is in the same folder. Maybe we need a different. What? Version 0.32 of what? You need to say of what? VJoy? VJoy or what? Which thing? Just assume I know what. We obviously added it to the LMU FFB folder. Wait, can you link the LMU FFB version? Which version? We've obviously installed VJoy. Guys, stop typing stuff if you don't have a clue what you're talking about. Naught 0.32. Well, I'm just gonna. Why are you guys even spamming this? And where's it? Oh, VJoy, this GitHub's a absolute mess. Right, downloading this one. Who on earth thought that GitHub was a good way to organise stuff? It's actually totally insane. No, it still has the same problem. VJoy interface. It's still having a problem with VJoy. I've put the DLL in the folder and it still won't. Oh, well, Okay, it's loaded at least. VJoy support disabled though. So I don't think it's working. Oh no, it's messed up my USB. No, my VJoy's bollocks my computer. Yeah, VJoy totally naffs at your computer quite easy. Well, maybe this will work. Thanks for that. I was like, oh no, it was too loud for it to be the I'm wrecked today as well. Whoa! Okay. Well, that's not working. Yeah, I guess it's not connecting with VJoy. When this is the input, I see what's happening. It's not actually interacting with VJoy, which is what it says. Any tips on making it feel better? Well, we might have a tip, but I don't seem to be able to get this to work. Maybe we need a different version of I mean, that's working, but maybe it's weird that this app's working. Where do you normally get the VJoy interface DLL from? What? Holy shit, that's strong. It's alive! Oh my god. Where did you say it was? C program files. VJoy SDK. Okay. Well, wheel's probably caught on fire now. What was it called? VJoy. What was the name of the file again? VJoy interface.dll. Ah, here we go. Let's copy this one. No, it's probably not worth bothering with at the moment. Oh, there we go. Didn't get the bug that time. Failed to acquire device 1. At least it library loaded. Oh, I think the game crashed. Okay, the game's crashed, but I think it loaded that time. Let's reload the game. Oh, we shouldn't have clicked that, should we? Oh well, we'll see what happens. Oh dear. Maybe the VJoy feeder thing was causing an issue as well. Might need to turn that off. Am I done? I am losing the will. But it's alright. I'm pretty tired though. Probably do with a nap. That's not good. Why did it go? Just outputs 100% force feedback. No, it's not. It's not even using LMU or force feedback. Why do people type stuff? Why type something when you have no idea what we're doing? Yeah, it's not that. I think it's the listener thing. The shared memory thing's not working. Although when we booted this up, what did it say? Connected to shared memory, main loop, library loaded, device 1 acquired. What is this force feedback? Oh, I mean, it's moving it in the car, so... Maybe, why is it only... It's 100% force fit. Maybe it's a VJoy setting. Oh, shit. Oh, it smells like burning. I don't know if I'm cooking our wheel here. Seems like it's linked up, though. It's found that, and it is doing that, and that is connected to the game. There's nothing we can do. It's an axis. Yeah, I'm not sure. What would cause it to only get like 100%? Why would it pass through 100%? Let's just turn this right down. Oh, the game crashes after a while. Oh, maybe we need to rebot. Maybe it bound it wrong. I think the wheels are just darting left and right. Yeah. Yeah. Something's... The input is... That's why the force feedback's doing that, because the input's jumping left and right. Yeah, what a great time. My driver's probably going crazy. Well, it's just the wheels wobbling, not... Oh, his hand's doing it. Yeah, I think his hands are moving so fast. Right, let's try rebinding. Try this. Maybe that will work if we do it, binding it that way round. Well, that might have worked. Right, here we go. Troubleshooter muscle. Okay, don't think that is working. No, this is just using the wheel. Yeah. Why is that causing just random noise? Well, I might just give up on this. I guess it's not quite ready yet. Right, well, it was worth wasting a few hours, I guess, trying that out. Right. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I was just reading. I was just thinking. Right, I'm gonna have a rest. I can't take it. I've been sim raced to death. We'll fly glider soon. Yeah, that's it. What an exciting live stream, guys. Did you enjoy that? I did. I thought it was one of the best live streams we've ever done. I think it was a game changer. I don't think things will ever be the same again. What a time. I can't rest. Okay, right. Right, I'm gonna have a rest. I will see you all soon. See you all soon, guys. I'm gonna send you to a pro skateboarder with dodgy feet and glowing backgrounds. Have a good night, guys. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. I'll see you soon. What a great 3 hours. AC Evo doesn't work very well. LMU force feedback, no progress. Wow. We should have loaded up the glider, shouldn't we? Oh well. Have fun on Lentilion's channel. He's a good guy. Bye, guys. Thanks for watching.